Hi, I'm Robert.
Hi, I'm Yudee. Welcome to Eastland English.
Here is our intermediate English conversation test number 2. This video can be used either as a listening test or a reading test. If you'd like to challenge yourself and use it as a listening test, simply close your eyes when you hear the number or see a new slide.
Directions. Choose the best response to each question or cue. Number 1.
What is your biggest achievement in life? A.
My sister ran a marathon last week and came in second.
B.
Your biggest achievement in your life is meeting me.
C.
I have climbed several mountains even though I am not an athlete.
D.
I was born with a natural ability to sing, so I am an excellent singer.
We're going to highlight a couple of keywords for you to help you make your choices. The first keyword is your. This one keyword can help you eliminate 2 of the choices. The next one is achievement. So if all you heard and understood were these 2 words, you would be able to answer this question correctly. Choice A has my sister. And even though running a marathon and coming in second is quite an achievement, that wasn't the question. The question was about the responder's achievement, not her sister's achievement. Eliminate choice A. In B, there's also the same word, your. However, pronouns and pronoun adjectives shift according to the speaker. This answer refers to the question asker's achievement, not the question answerer's achievement, and is therefore incorrect. Regarding the second keyword, achievement, it is something that you work very hard to get, or a goal that requires a lot of effort. Between the answers C and D, one of them requires more effort than the other. I want to highlight for you some keywords in answer D, born and natural ability. When we say we're born with a natural ability, it usually means it's something in our DNA or something that we don't have to work hard to get.
Is it something like a talent?
It's exactly like a talent. Talent is a synonym for natural ability. We can eliminate D for that reason. Option C is the best choice for an achievement, something that someone has had to work hard to get. Climbing a mountain is very difficult, and the respondent has implied that they're not very fit. Even though I am not an athlete means that person is not very fit. And yet, she was able to climb several mountains. That is an achievement.
Number 1 should be,
What is your biggest achievement in life?
I have climbed several mountains even though I am not an athlete. Number 2.
What are some of the challenges that women face in your country? A.
The faces of the women in my homeland are certainly beautiful.
B.
People face many challenges where I live. Life is difficult for us.
C.
Faith is very important in my culture. One must not lose faith.
D.
In the past, it was quite hard for women to find a good job, but things have changed a lot.
Okay, let's highlight the word face first of all. The word face here is a verb that means to experience. For that reason, we can delete 2 of the options. Have a look at A first. Faces. This word is a plural noun, as can be understood by the position in the sentence. The faces of the women are beautiful. We are referring clearly to the front of the head. Even though it may be true that the faces of the women are beautiful, it does not refer directly to the question. Let's eliminate option A. Now let's look at the word face in C. If you remember, face in the question is a verb and it means to experience or confront. And in answer C, face is again a noun, not a verb. In C, face means honor or reputation. To lose face means to lose a reputation or lose honor. A possible challenge, but not a challenge specifically faced by women. eliminate C. For that very same reason, we can also eliminate B. Although B answers the question quite well in general, it doesn't answer the specific question about challenges that women face. We're left with the best possible answer, D. Finding a job has often been a challenge in some countries and some cultures, and more especially for women. Even in Western cultures, in the past, it used to be very difficult for women to either find good jobs or find equal paying jobs. Number 2 should be, what are some of the challenges that women face in your country?
In the past, it was quite hard for women to find a good job, but things have changed a lot.
Number 3.
Are you interested in puzzles at all? A.
Yes, that is a very puzzling question. I do not know the answer.
B.
I do crosswords every morning, but I can't stand math problems.
C.
The Rubik's Cube is an interesting 3D puzzle and extremely popular.
D.
All puzzles are challenging, and the point of them is to find the solution quickly. I'd like to begin by explaining the words at all. In the case of this question, it means anything more than nothing, so therefore greater than 0%. When someone adds this to the end of a question, they're really trying to determine your interest. The answer should probably include a level of interest. Now let's go back to the words interested in. Basically, the question means, do you like puzzles? Option A includes a word that is similar to puzzles, the word puzzling. Here, the word puzzle has been changed into an adjective, and it means difficult to solve. The adjective is directly related to the noun. Because puzzles are difficult to solve, that's the point of them. On the other hand, the person is not asking a question that is difficult to solve. In fact, the question is easy. Do you like puzzles? There's nothing difficult about that question, so let's delete A. In C, there's a key phrase that is very similar to the question, interesting 3D puzzle. Although this response has several words that are similar to the question, the response is an example of a puzzle and a description of that puzzle. It doesn't actually answer the question, do you like puzzles? Let's take out C now. For a similar reason, we can delete option D. Option D is a description or a definition of puzzles in general. The first clause, puzzles are challenging, yes, that's true, and the second clause provides more information about what puzzles are. They are both facts, but not an appropriate answer to the question. Let's cut D. We're left with an appropriate response to the question, do you like puzzles? Including a certain level of interest. The fact that the person likes to do crosswords every morning, and the fact that they have no interest whatsoever in math puzzles. Number 3 should go,
Are you interested in puzzles at all?
I do crosswords every morning, but I can't stand math problems.
Number 4.
How was your holiday to the sea last month? A.
It started off well, but the last day was too rainy to enjoy the outdoors.
B.
Last month was full of holidays. Most people take vacations during this month.
C.
First, we took a bus. Then, we traveled by train for over 6 hours.
D.
My family usually gets together and celebrates holidays by eating meals together.
We're going to begin the explanation of this question by highlighting the words how and was. When we use how plus the verb be in a question, we're usually asking for a description. We're not asking for a number, for example, how much, how many, and we're not asking for a method, how did or how do. Because we're looking for a description of the holiday and not an explanation of the method, we can delete C first. In C, the woman says that she took a bus and then traveled by train. That's a description of how they went, but not how was your holiday. The second word in the question how was refers to the past tense. In option D, there are two key words that help us eliminate it as a possible answer. Usually gets. Usually is an adverb of frequency. Gets is a clear indication of the present tense because of the S at the end of the verb. For that reason, D refers to the present simple tense, which means a habit or a routine, and not a specific occasion. Even though B includes the time clue last month, it's not a necessary time clue to help you solve this question. Look at the word take in the second part of the response. We have shifted verb tenses and therefore shifted the meaning of the response. The woman here refers to a fact very similar to response D, a fact about most people taking holidays together. It therefore does not answer the specific question, how was your holiday? Cross off B. A is the best response. We know this because of the past tense of the verbs, started and was.
Question 4 should go.
How was your holiday to the sea last month?
It started off well, but the last day was too rainy to enjoy the outdoors. Number 5.
Recycling is one of the best things that we can do for the environment, but nobody uses the correct bins at my school. A.
I see. Everybody correctly uses the recycling bins at your school.
B.
Same here. Most people put the glass bottles into the plastic bins.
C.
The best thing to do to save the environment is to use things once and then throw them away.
D.
My school is very green too. We recycle everything and teachers are responsible for saving electricity.
As we begin to explain the answer to this question, I'd like to highlight the words best things. Response C does include a form of those words. Let's highlight best thing in C. If we look at the rest of the answer, to use things once and then throw them away is certainly not good for the environment. Delete C. The next word that we'll look at is nobody. Understanding that nobody means not one person helps us quickly eliminate option A. Option A includes the word everybody. Our next clue is in option D, the word to. The response in D implies that both schools are green or good for the environment. However, the person stating this sentence says that their school is not green. Nobody uses the correct bins. Therefore, if the answer, D, includes the word green and to, they do not correlate. Eliminate D. In B, the response, same here, is a key idiomatic phrase that can help. Same here means also or to, but we often use it at the beginning of a response. After the words same here, the respondent gives a situation that is similar. Most people put glass bottles into the plastic bins, which means the same thing as incorrect usage of the bins, and therefore not green. B is the best option.
The correct conversation should be:
Recycling is one of the best things that we can do for the environment, but nobody uses the correct bins at my school.
Same here. Most people put the glass bottles into the plastic bins.
Number 6.
I tried online shopping for the first time last night, but I couldn't set up an account. A.
Believe me, I'm an expert at e-shopping. I'll help you out.
B.
I absolutely love online shopping. I'm glad you like it.
C.
That sounds good. Let's go to the stores together tomorrow.
D.
I agree with you. The lines at the stores are sometimes very long. We'll begin the explanation of number 6 by highlighting online. Online means through the internet. The word lines in D refers to what the British call queues, or people standing in order to be served. Because of the difference in meaning between these two words, we can delete D. For that same reason, or a very similar reason, we can eliminate C. C says, let's go to the stores. Even though shopping can definitely be done at stores, the prompt is not referring to shopping in stores. They're referring to shopping using the internet. There is another part of C that helps us eliminate it as an option. The words, that sounds good. That sounds good is an agreement to some form of suggestion. However, sentence number 6 does not present a suggestion. In fact, it presents a problem and a plea for a solution. Let's look at the word but. The word but introduces the problem. Couldn't set up an account. Although this sentence isn't a question, it is asking for help. The person is presenting a problem and asking secretly for a solution to that problem. And for that reason, we can eliminate B as well. Because B includes the words, I'm glad you like it. The speaker at no point said whether or not they liked it, and instead implied that they had a problem with it. Answer A directly addresses the implied problem presented. The words, I'll help you out. I'll help you means the same thing as I'll help you out. We often add the preposition out, implying that we help that person out of the problem. The only answer appropriate for number 6 is A.
I tried online shopping for the first time last night, but I couldn't set up an account.
Believe me, I'm an expert at e-shopping. I'll help you out. Number 7.
I heard that your niece is having her wedding next month. Isn't it a little too soon for that? A.
Yes, she is getting married soon. Thanks for letting me know.
B.
My niece is not getting married. She's having her wedding.
C.
Yes, I heard that too. I am very happy for you and your niece.
D.
In our culture, it is quite common for us to get married quickly and start a family. Number 7 has several different parts of it that I would like to look at more carefully. Let's begin by highlighting the words too soon. In answer A, we see the words yes and soon. Too soon is not the same as soon. Too soon means more soon than it should be, not the same as soon. Yes is not the correct agreement to too soon. Secondly, in answer A, the person says, thanks for letting me know. That person would likely know about their own niece's wedding. Let's delete A. Next, we'll highlight her wedding. Her wedding means the same thing as getting married, so for that reason we can also eliminate option B, because option B includes not getting married, instead having her wedding. These two things are equal, not opposite. Our third piece of key information is the words your niece. In the question setup, your niece refers to the person who is answering, not the person who is asking. Delete C too. We're left with the best option, D. D is an appropriate response for the question, isn't it a little too soon? It's okay in their culture to get married soon. Therefore, not too soon, but a culturally appropriate amount of time.
I heard that your niece is having her wedding next month. Isn't it a little too soon for that?
In our culture, it is quite common for us to get married quickly and start a family.
Number 8.
My wife and I have been saving up to take a trip around the world. We'll go abroad for a year.
A.
That is nice. I have always wanted to do that. What kinds of transport will you use?
B.
My wife and I have also been traveling around the world for a year.
C.
That sounds wonderful. Thanks so much for inviting me.
D.
Yes, your wife has told me about your world trip. Did you have fun? Let's highlight the two key verb tenses used here, have been saving and will go. The first one, the present perfect continuous, implies an action from the past up to the present, whereas the words will go imply a future happening or a future event. If you understand the usages of these two verb tenses, you can delete both B and D from the possible options. For B, we have also been traveling. Although this verb tense is similar to the first sentence, the first sentence says that they have been saving up to travel in the future, not traveling. However, saving up to travel in the future is not the same thing as traveling. Cross off B. In answer D, yes, your wife has told me that could be correct. However, the key words, did you have fun? That would imply the trip has already finished. Incorrect. In fact, the trip hasn't even started yet. We're left with two possible options, option A and option C. Option C includes an acceptance to an invitation. Prompt number 8 includes only a description of an activity and future plans. There's no invitation extended to the listener, and the listener replies with, "Thanks for inviting me." That is not correct and could be socially awkward. C is also incorrect. The best possible choice is A.
My wife and I have been saving up to take a trip around the world. We'll go abroad for a year.
That is nice. I have always wanted to do that. What kinds of transport will you use?
Number 9.
I'd like to go on a road trip with you next weekend. Have you gotten your driving license yet? A.
I can drive a car and a motorcycle. Thanks for asking me.
B.
I went on a road trip with you last weekend and it was a lot of fun.
C.
I tested today but didn't pass. Can we get someone else to drive?
D.
My mother works at the diving school. Maybe she can help you get your diving license.
Let's begin with highlighting the word driving. Driving is operating a motor vehicle. However, in answer D, we see two uses of the word diving, not driving. Often in listening tests, you will hear examples of words that sound similar but are not the same. The key letter missing is the R letter. That changes the meaning of the word significantly. The pronunciation and meaning are different. Delete D. Next, let's highlight the word license in the question. In A, the respondent mentions an ability, can drive. Ability is not the same as permission. You need a license to have permission to drive the car by the police, by the government, and by the authorities. The person asking the question is not asking for the person's ability, they're asking for the person's legal permission given by the government. We can cross off A as well. The next key phrase is next weekend. That's a time clue that can help us to eliminate B. B refers to a time in the past. Next weekend refers to the future. Last weekend refers to the past. We also have two more clues in the same sentence, went and was. Both of these use the past simple tense, which implies an event had already happened in the past. It does not directly respond to the question about the future. B is incorrect. Even though C presents a problem, it is the best response to the question. The person is asking if they have passed their driving test yet, meaning up till this point. The person answers in the negative. This does present a problem, but it directly relates to the question. This person then offers a solution to that problem, getting someone else or a third person to do the driving.
Number 9 should be something like this.
I'd like to go on a road trip with you next weekend. Have you gotten your driving license yet?
I tested today but didn't pass. Can we get someone else to drive? Number 10.
Next Friday is my sister's birthday. How about celebrating it with us? A.
The best way to celebrate is to bring birthday gifts and have an enormous cake.
B.
I would love to come. Would it be alright to bring my brother?
C.
Sorry, I cannot make it. Do I have to bring a gift?
D.
I never celebrate my own birthday because I don't want to feel older.
Number 10 is an example of an idiomatic invitation. We have the words, how about celebrating, which is a form of invitation. You can use the words, how about with a gerund as an invitation to someone. Other examples might be something like, how about going to the market with me today? Or how about watching TV tonight? How about eating out tomorrow? All of these are examples of invitations. Because this is an invitation, we can eliminate both A and D. Let's look at A a little more carefully. Highlight to celebrate. The word in the response is the same root word as is used in the question. However, in the question, it's a gerund, or verb ing, in an invitation. Here, it's an infinitive of purpose stating an opinion about how to celebrate. It's not the same thing as how about celebrating. So A is actually an answer for how is it best to celebrate a birthday, not an answer to an invitation. Therefore, we can eliminate A. Answer D refers to a fact we can see by the word never. Instead of responding to an invitation, this person is simply stating a fact about how they celebrate their own birthday. Both B and C begin correctly. They begin by responding to an invitation. However, with C, the first sentence, sorry, I cannot make it, does not match the second part. How could anyone possibly bring a gift if they're not going to come? For that reason, we can eliminate C. B answers the invitation and then asks a follow-up question. The follow-up question does make sense in this case. Would it be all right to bring someone else? That is an appropriate follow-up question. For those reasons, the best answer is B. The conversation should go as follows. Next Friday is my sister's birthday. How about celebrating it with us?
I would love to come. Would it be alright to bring my brother? Thank you for learning with us.
Please like and comment under our videos. We'd love your feedback. If you want to get all of our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to press the button for notifications if you would like to know exactly when our new videos come out. See you next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.